Alright, so this video is just going to be kind of going over some problems within the game. Now, this is more constructive criticism that I kind of have been taking in for the past like week or two. I don't know how long it's been since the game's out. But since I've started, these are the things that I've noticed are kind of problems in the game. And I just felt like making a video on it so people who are playing or waiting for global can kind of see what they are and also just see if they get changed, right? It was also just like because I need to fill in a video for the day. Tomorrow I'm going to be starting grinding again. I'm sorry guys, but listen, I've had to do only one upload a day for the last like 5 6 days. But I promise soon we're going to be back to like 2 uploads a day if I can. Now, first off, I guess we could talk about the early game grinding and honestly like the first month of the game, because it's kind of ironic how they handle it. So all of these stages have the 100k ones, and then they go straight up to 140 something k. In all of them, you could see that this is present, 101 to 148, and then even for these, it should go up to 140, or just like a lot higher. So go 101, 148, and then for these two, it's gonna go from 101 to 148. The problem with this is that that jump from 101 to 148 takes so much time, because to get to that 148, you're gonna need most of your characters to be at what, like 35, like close to 40k. I've got Yami duped twice, which means he's got his extra like 1,000 from this star. He has his skill page. I have pretty good gear on him. For the moment, it is pretty good. He's still only at 38k. My other units are like max at like 35, 37 because Rades has insane stats. But being able to actually challenge this 148 gear stage, or just like stage in general for all of these, is hard. But those are the stages that we need. I think that like this problem is just that like from 101 to 148, there's just too big of a gap. That's honestly a big problem, and it needs to kind of like have a middle, because I could do this stage really easily, but I cannot do this stage. But this stage is the one that actually gives us good gear. I did this stage 50 times, or like 30, I think like 35. Wait, no, it was this one. No, wait, which one? It was this one. Sorry, it was this one. I did this. I wanted these pieces, right? I got one crit piece. I've got all the rest DP pieces, but I got one crit piece. Here, crit SSR, not even UR. Here, at least, if I got stuff, it would have been some URs instead of some SSRs. There would have been a bunch of SSRs with some URs on top of it. I feel like this jump is too big, and to get to this point, the funny point is, to get to this stage, you need good gear. But you cannot get good gear from these stages unless you put so much ridiculous amounts of stamina that it wouldn't make sense. So I just feel like that gap is too big, and there needs to be like a stage in between, right? There needs to be. Now next up, we talked about it a bit, but gear, grinding for gear is not fun. We kind of talked about that, so that's fine, but it's this part 2. Leveling up is annoying. You actually are able to fail level ups, which stakes gold. How, like it took 4,000 gold, 4,000 gold, 4,000 gold, 4,000 gold, 4,000 gold, 4,000 gold. Even if you fail, the gold goes down so quick, and when you have to get to plus 12, oh my god, I don't even want to imagine. So that is definitely not fun. But then the fact that you just don't get much good gear, right? Like I have so many SSRs, but now I need URs. I need URs to get to that next stage. To be able to progress more, I need URs. But now I'm kind of stuck farming other things because I cannot farm gear for the life of me. I cannot farm gear that I need. Most of my characters have the necessary SSR gear. Asta does not. I'm going to need to fix that soon, and he'll be chilling. But it's just not really, it's not a good gear system. I don't know. I just don't like it, and something needs to change about it in terms of how much gear you get early on. I feel like later on it might be fine, but even for Seaton, it's still a grind, and I'm just like confused on how it's going to be in the future and having to level up pieces. But on top of that, the level up is probably the worst level up system in the game, considering there's substats that also need to be re-rolled and just upgraded. So gear has a lot of things that's wrong with it, but I just hope it gets better. Now, next up, personally, this is a small gripe, but I keep on going into the wrong one whenever I need to go to this one. Raids leave very quickly, and pretty much no one was able to really get to the, where is it? Here? To this SSR thing. So I hope it comes back weekly, but I just feel like it's weird that it leaves, unless it's like a weekly thing, like bi-weekly, that I understand, but I just feel like it was not there long enough to warrant how much stuff is in the shop. At least it was the stamina, and we could take that daily. But I'm just a bit confused why there's 2 of these if we can't even like grind enough to get them for now. In the future it'll be fine, but this is like very much an early game problem, right? Now next up, seasonal pity. Seasonal pity is not good because on these banners, okay, we'll talk about it. These have 6 total things you want that are exclusive to this banner. You've got 3 characters and then you've got 3 unique skill pages. For these banners, there's only 2. You've got 1 character and 1 skill page. But for this banner, you get the pity still. You get a guaranteed pity for the unit you're pulling for. But there's only 2. Here there's 6 and there's no guaranteed pity, which makes it incredibly hard to get everything you would want on this banner. It's a 33% pity 3-way split, and you cannot choose which one you get, which makes it the problem. If you could choose which character SSR you could get, it would be a lot better because you're already hunting for so many things that trying to make it even more gacha based than it already is on these banners, on these seasonal banners, is wrong in my opinion, and that's the only thing that needs to change. Pity for seasonal is the only thing that needs to be changed. This is perfect. This is perfect step ups. Hopefully going to be good. We'll see how that goes. But this, honestly, I'm fine. I'm really fine. Now, next up is stamina compensation. I just feel like, oh, King Wolf, I'm going to have to do that later. That's going to tie into a next point. Stamina compensation, just, you don't feel compensated for the amount of stamina you put in. You could put in 650. You could put in 50 runs. And sometimes you will not get much back. And that's mainly because of the restrictions of like the power at the moment. But the scary part is it goes even further. It goes all the way to 183. And to get to this point, man, we're going to need to get so much gear. I just feel like a lot of it's early game, right? So we're still getting there. And of course, these problems could be fixed in the future. But for now, it's just not really fun, I gotta say. Just not feeling compensated for your stamina isn't fun, and like spending 125 for 80 stamina is just not it, bro. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. The fact that everything also needs stamina just makes it more annoying. But the fact that there's also a story ticket stamina, it's just like, man, I don't know, man. So many different things that really play into stamina feeling annoying. Like there's only like a finite amount of stamina, and it kind of limits you into what you could do, right? Now, next up, gold is hard to come by. Of course, I have 4 million gold. But let's just explain it. I've now been able to build up. But to level people up, let's see. So I could level Radis up a bit. How much would that be? 300k, just to level him up 6 levels. Ah, okay. And then let's see for this, to awaken Yuno. Oh, 100k for 1 level? What is that? Almost 800k in total? Wow. Just to awaken these units, you're taking a fourth of my gold, basically. It's just so much. And then you've got gear. Gear costs so damn much. It's insane. Leveling up 1 stage could cost from like, could be up to like 4,000 gold. If you fail, could be like 12,000 per level, up to like almost 100k per piece. You could spend like close to 500,000 just for 1 character's artifacts. And then that's not even to say you might replace those artifacts, but leveling up 2 is so much damn gold. And there needs to be like an actual gold stage, because the closest thing we have to it right now is this, because this gives 4,000, about 4 or 5,000 per stage, which means like in 50 runs you could get like 250k. But like even at that, King Wolf gives more. But this is only twice a day, so we're gonna do this right now, and we're gonna see how much we get. But it's just, it doesn't feel like much. And I have 4 million, but that's because I've been upgrading no one recently. The minute I have to start upgrading 2 or 3 people, this gold is gonna be gone, like absolutely shredded to pieces. So I feel like what they could do, add a gold stage similar to XP and gear stages, and maybe give like 15k instead of like 5k. I would be fine with 15k, honestly. 15k to me sounds very, very nice. 15k would also mean you get what, like 15 times 50, so like 500,000. You get like 750,000, which I would definitely take over like 250,000 per 50 runs. But if they want to do even more than that, sure, go ahead. But right now, the only ways you could really get it is in Summon Arena Swap, King Wolf, and what else? Actually, I don't know what else. Like, that's the thing. You could get gold in Raid Shop, but it's not really worth it. You could buy gold like with actual money, which is just like, what? Like, there's no reason to do that. But I did it because I was actually down bad for gold. It was crazy. Like, they were not giving gold at one point, especially like early game. It was very stupid how little gold we were getting. So I feel like gold wise, there just needs to be a stage or something, and then you know, everything's gonna be good. We're gonna go check like things afterwards. But like, King Wolf is out from what I know 2 times a day, and 2 times a day would mean you get about like, could you show please? Would mean you get about, okay, 120, and how much is gonna go to? You get about like 500k from King Wolf a day. you could easily spend 500k in one day if you're grinding a new unit. Now, in the shop is really the only way you could get stuff. What I gotta say though is that it is good. Where is it? It is good that Arena gives you 300k per day. I like it. I have a ton of points still, and you know what? No, we're gonna sing. I don't need it. And then you get some from this is the premium banner pity. So like 1 coin is 1 pull, and then you need 5 pulls for 100k. So I don't know, but whatever. But you get some in raid. Not really worth it. It's even more expensive than stamina. I just feel like for the amount that you need, like to level someone up, it's kind of ridiculous. Like let's say if I go to real just to get him up 300k. So it takes about like 600k from level 80 to 100. Probably more like 700 per character. Like you need a lot of gold, and then gear, and then there's awakening for units. Everything costs gold, and it's not worth it, especially later on when you need to go from 1 to 12 for LR gear. Bro, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be horrible. Now let's go to the world. Let's go here. Doesn't really matter. This is kind of a little gripe, but it still is very important, right? Now what it is basically oh wait, bring me to the world. How do I? Oh right, I have to. Okay. I have to go in. Oh wait, I could go here, right? I'm definitely the best YouTuber ever for knowing their stuff. Okay, bro. Oh my god, guys, I swear. Okay. Let's just go here. Let's just go here. At this point, it doesn't matter. It's just taking too long, so we're just gonna get this over with. So world looks beautiful, right? I can't like turn my POV. Sometimes you get in weird angles, and you just can't turn your POV. It does it for you, and I just don't like that. If it could let me look around, I would be so much happier with this game. Cause I go to Hajj Village sometimes and like, holy shit, this looks beautiful. I can't look around, right? You can't turn your POV, and I think that is honestly definitely impacting my experience personally. I don't like how that is. I feel like if we could turn POV, it would be so much better. Now, I guess that's it. Not really much more to say, but I hope this made sense, most of it. It's kind of things that have been annoying me, and I wish these things could get fixed. It would be lovely. I'd really hope for them to get fixed, but we're gonna have to see how that works. I really think the main thing though is definitely early game grinding needs to be changed. Maybe add a level from 100k to 150k, because like, bro, I've spent a lot of money. I feel like my account is ahead of most people. So, well, I say, okay, it should be ahead. Like, if we look in Arena, I'm pretty well off. Let's go. I'm pretty well off, top 500. Like, maybe I'm, like, worthy of, instead of top 500, maybe, like, top 2,000, like, max. But the other people, how much are they struggling if I'm struggling, right? Like, I know some people have, like, gotten a lot ahead, like these people. But they have dupes in their characters. I feel like there's a lot of things that go into it. And I just don't think it's good. I don't really like how they're handling it. And I feel like adding one stage between 100k and 150k will make the game so much better. And gold. Those are my two main things that I really don't like. I think that once you fix those two things, the game is going to get a lot better. But everything else is kind of like subdivisions of those two. But some aren't, right? Like summoning and like gear. So that's basically it. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what is annoying you with the game. I kind of want to know, because I mean, I could give feedback to Garena and to just Black Clover in general. So we'll see how this goes. I'll also be doing a everything good about Black Clover video, which should honestly be longer than this, because we're going to be talking about pretty much the whole game, because the whole game is almost good, right? I even love story tickets. Like, I didn't mention story tickets because I think story tickets is good until there is story, right? But I didn't think it was worthy mentioning because I would have mentioned it in my other video. So yeah, that's basically this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.